what I've learned is, having come from a sales background, which I'm sure you'll touch on later, is health coaching is quite a different, and I think the Atomic Habits book touches on it, is a very different way of engaging with someone to take them on a journey to change their life than me being a trusted advisor, which in the financial world is what is the sort of the greatest position to be able to then sell or take someone on a journey for buying a product from you. And so the health coach, the biggest difference is, instead of me advising you on, Jeff, I want you to, you've expressed interest in being part of this program. Okay, I want you to, run 3 times a week. I want you to lift weights. I want you to change your diet. I want you to, you need to sleep more, and I'm going to, follow you, and I've got access to your Garmin. I'm going to track you. And if you don't do it, I'm going to, call you and tell you off. And all of that, starts to people, like, I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want someone who doesn't know me very well telling me. I hate it when my wife tells me what to do, let alone someone I don't know. So that's not the right way to do it, and you're not going to have success that way. And the reason why most people don't follow up with a diet or don't exercise is there's a mental issue that we have to overcome, whether it's an attitude or whether there's something that we need to understand better about them as a person, which is stopping them from helping themselves to change. And if we can help them uncover that and go on a journey through health coaching, which is a real art, not a science, then we can also hopefully get them on a more positive path. And that's what Hamptons is about.
In your experience being in Hampton's life, what has been the most effective way to get someone to make a change?
They have to want to change. And so for us, it's finding out their appetite to change and trying to find something which they're comfortable to change as a starting point. So it could be they used to like swimming, in Australia, a lot of people have access to pools. And so and then we had the other one the other day who used to play competitive tennis. And so there's lots of excuses as to, I don't have time, my lifestyle's changed, I'm embarrassed about my size, I don't have goggles, I don't have running shoes to run. So there's lots of excuses. But if you keep sort of unpeeling those layers like an onion and getting to the real heart of the matter, is there might be something that's stopping them. Maybe it could be as simple as they've never thought about where's the nearest swimming pool, or they used to like going to the beach, but they don't anymore because they feel that they're too fat to go to the beach, and they're uncomfortable with it. So there's normally some reason that's stopping them, that's the real crux of the problem, which they need to address themselves. Or you take them on a journey to maybe find alternatives. So instead of going to the beach, is there a swimming pool near you, or is there a friend's pool or a private pool, or is there somewhere that's close to you that you could do that, and just making them think differently. And then once they are, if they have made some sort of commitment to want to change, or to try a new food, for example, then coaching them around getting everything prepared. And as if you're going to battle, the army always teaches about the best prepared armed force are going to be the most successful, or best prepared salesperson is going to have a better outcome than someone that's not. So helping them prepare themselves to go on that journey, whether it's to go for a swim. So have they packed the night before? Have they got everything ready? If they're going to go for a walk, have they got their trainers? Do they have their right orthotics? What else do they need to take?
It's sort of like creating an environment.
Simple stuff.
Yeah, sort of creating an environment where if I need to go for a run tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, I might have everything laid out. My shoes are ready to go. My breakfast is ready in the fridge. I wake up at 5:30, get it out of the fridge, pick up my shoes, eat it, out I go. So it's very much a disciplined approach, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just making sure, because as you know, to do all that, and if you have got kids, it's so easy to forget something, and then you get distracted, and someone wakes up, and you don't then have enough time, and you don't do it. But if you are really wanting to do it, then being prepared beforehand to go on that journey will make it so much easier for you to go on that journey, to go on that walk. And people forget that, and once you've got onto it, once that gets into a more of a routine or a habit, then same as you wake up and brush your teeth, or you'll wake up and have a glass of water. So why don't you add the glass of water if you aren't already having that, to try and hydrate a bit more during the day. Just simple things that once people get into routine, then it becomes second nature, and away you go. And hopefully then they'll do that swim every day, or once a week for the rest of their lives, because it's become part of their daily routine.
And like you said, it's not a short-term thing. You got to do it day in, day out. And that's probably one of the hardest things, isn't it?
Yeah. And by habit stacking and enjoying the process of doing it over time, it becomes natural, and it becomes subconscious, and then that's the best position to be in. That that daily walk, or that's sometimes where having an animal is good for people. It helps get them into a bit of routine. The animal wants to get up and go, and encourages them, and they have to be organized around taking them for a walk, and that gets them motivated, and it takes them on a journey that they otherwise wouldn't have done. But that's the sort of coaching role that really can help people, and it's invaluable. I think then people aren't going to make some of those positive changes without having some sort of coach or teacher, or someone that they can confide in, or partner, or someone that they can go on the journey with together. And so having a buddy is really important, I think, as well.
Interesting. So Hampton Lives is very much being proactive for their patients/customers. I was sort of curious to see the difference between a person who might go to a GP, a local GP. But I think I can tell the difference now, where Hampton Lives is very much being proactive, so as to be more preventative health, to ensure a longer lifestyle. Correct if I'm wrong. A general practitioner is much more reactive. Would you say that's sort of a bit of a difference there?
Correct. So there's a movement here and in the States and the UK for lifestyle medicine, and if you're lucky enough to have a lifestyle focused general practitioner, then they should be hopefully practicing some of these things. But the problem is with Medicare and the way that they get paid, they need to do a certain number of appointments in a day, or 3 or 4 in an hour. So they haven't got the time to be able to provide some sort of health coaching, to be able to thoroughly go through and review your life, and
go through your bloods on a quarterly basis, for example.
So so the thing that as an executive at a company, people have gone through is some sort of screening normally, but the screening in itself isn't enough to make you change. And the aim for what Adam envisaged was that we're taking you on a journey to screen you, but then help you change over time, so that you go on a positive path to a healthier, more active lifestyle. So that GP and we're discovering that telehealth is going to be another good format for people, and COVID's made it possible for everyone to want to listen to podcasts like this, or use Zoom or technology to make us closer. And that is something that we feel that having a doctor, access to a doctor with the ability to have a 45-minute appointment, gives the patient trust in going on this journey, and also gives them time to get a real true understanding of them. And I think the first 6 months, or even just the first couple of appointments, you'll notice and really get a better true picture of a client. And I've never sat for 45 minutes with a doctor before, and I doubt you have until you had a.
I've got lucky. I've got a lifestyle GP.
Have you? Okay,
I'm very lucky.
So if you have, then, and for people who have, then the person that we use here in Mossman, that was her background, so she tries to practice that with her other patients that she's had, and she really has got an interest in lifestyle medicine, and that's the ideal person that you want to take you on a journey in